Welcome. I would like to talk to you about exam stress or test stress. Many people suffer from this. They know things, they've studied it, but they cannot perform well on a test or when asked. And this is a very debilitating problem for many people. And there are of course many techniques to work with it. Prepare better, do the tests at home, familiarize yourself, study in the same environment as the test will be. So these are all methods to make people stress less and perform better on the test. I want to introduce you to a meditation which might also be very helpful in performing better, in managing your energy body, and learning how to work with stress from an energetic perspective. So first let's talk a little bit about what happens when people have exam stress or test anxiety. A person knows that they will be judged, that the upcoming event will have a great significance. And generally, when we want to do something which has a lot of significance, our body prepares itself by being stressed. This is because of our inheritance, because things of significance usually meant somebody is trying to eat you or to kill you, there's some tiger running after you, and you have to climb in a tree or jump across the river or something of that order, so you can survive. So we have learned that we need to have a stronger body in times of significance. So often people faint because of stress, or they freeze up because of stress, and these can be examples of stress being also misinterpreted in the circumstances. But ideally, the stress should increase higher oxygenation of the blood, should increase muscle tension, and should increase focus, so that we usually only focus on the one danger or the one task we have. And this is very useful. If I need to get up the tree, I need to focus, see only the tree, think only of the tree, have blood oxygenation, muscle tension, so I'm a better climber. And I can escape from the wolves or whatever which are trying to eat me. Unfortunately, our problems and the dangers we have to face have changed. And if I hyperoxygenate my blood, then usually it gives me a headache or a dizzy feeling. It gives me, usually also a kind of confused feeling. So it is very good for muscle action, not so good for brain action. If I increase the muscle tension, and with stress we especially increase the muscle tension in the shoulders, in the upper arms, in the neck, because these are our weapons in a fight, then yes, I'm better able at fighting, at clawing, at grabbing, which are very useful for physical tasks, but it also blocks the blood flow in the back of the neck. So 2/3 of the blood which is going to the brain are going through the front of the neck, through the carotid arteries, but 1/3 of the blood flow is going through the back of the neck. And increased muscle tension squeezes shut those blood vessels. So the brain gets less blood if we're stressed, and also the blood flow changes, because instead of the blood coming from the back and going to the front, now it has to be brought from the front to the back. So usually the blood which gets there will have a different oxygen content, which will mean that also different parts of the brain get more or less amount of oxygen and can have also a stronger or weaker response. So basically our whole brain architecture setup is getting muddled up by the stress, because it is not in its normal balance anymore. But one, it cannot perform because of lack of oxygen. Two, it is out of balance because different parts of the brain become active, more active or less active. So all in all, stress is not very helpful for our brains for solving cognitive problems. So we need to address this problem. we need to let go of the stress. We need to redistribute, in a way, our energies. Because where a lot of our focus goes, where a lot of our power goes, is also where a lot of our energy goes. So when we're stressing, we're shutting off some parts of the brain, bringing power to other parts of the brain. Also in the body, we're empowering the chest area, and we're losing power in our digestive system. So as humans, we have two systems, the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system makes us active. It increases our heart rate, it increases our speed of respiration, and it increases our muscle tension. And the parasympathetic system is basically our downtime, our recovery time. So it slows down heart rate, slows down rate of respiration, and it also changes our metabolism so that we can detoxify our bodies, we can digest our food better, and have some time to recover. So if we're in a stressed state, also our sympathetic system is overactivated. So we need to shift from a sympathetic to a parasympathetic state in our nervous system. So that's quite a lot to do, but fortunately a lot of it is automated. Just like we don't have to turn on the breathing, the heart rate, the muscle tension by filling out the checklist. By just pushing ourselves in a state of stress, everything gets turned on, and by, in a way, moving ourselves out of a state of stress, all the other things will start to quiet down. Okay, I hope that this background will help, and in the next part we will start with our meditation.